Morning, no signals yet. Good morning, everybody. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, April 18, 2021, Sunday. Title of talk is same as usual: Civil Field Engineering, Designs, Construction, Methods, Contracts, AnnexSL, Quality System, Organizations, Coordination, Quantity and Quality. And again, quality is in lead role in this talk. In fact, this is command role, not even lead role. Quality, quality, which I think should be paramount importance, should be of but it depends upon what do we understand by quality system. Quality system or quality means what I think is quality, or what you think is quality, or what the industry thinks is quality, or what we expect of something. So many definitions can be drawn pertinent quality, because whatever we expect something to give us, that may become a quality for us for that custom purpose. And if we study nature, we find that quality is something else. Is it that God has put in us, or it is that what we think about this? When I think of quality, I don't think of quality control only. I think of something, as you know, this table, this tree says this, it says quality plus. Well, I say quality plus means it is something to be added to quality of datum line. I don't believe that. I believe that improvement should continue, as Sigma says. I also accept that, and as quality system says, I also accept that. Even if when there was no quality in this world, quality, formal quality, there was no system at all, defined system. It was not defined in a way it's defined now. That's all the difference. But virtually it was there, it existed. Virtually quality could be called a system. It could be called a system of quality that we had to follow. When I was too young, I started my career in engineering. It was 1975. I qualified my engineering diploma, and then 1980 I qualified my engineering degree, and I then qualified chartered engineer and professional engineer certifications. When I grew up in this way, I think, of course, I was a budding engineer. I did not know much about engineering and about quality. Of course, quantification we were expert in. But I had to learn something. Quality was very common word in those days, very, very common word. Oh, you have to work. Oh, your work is quality, and your workmanship is like this and like that. People used to comment on that. And they had to read a lot of specifications, lot of drawings, but nothing was, you can say. There were some standards, of course, but what I saw at that time, people were honest, engineers honest, and contractors itself were not that dishonest, you can say. Public was honest, and people expected something. Means quality was of paramount importance that time in practical life rather than thinking of. Means they used to say, please, you should fear God. Quality was considered like that. Oh, you have to go back to God, and if in God's sake, for God's sake, do something better than this. Follow this or follow that, follow specifications, read this and do that. Well, I think that time I was too young, and I could not realize seriousness of that. And of course, people today, young people today also have same kind of approach. They are more interested in depiction of something, in projection of something, rather than understanding that. Means if you understand, okay, This what I'm doing is quality. Well, it's fine to you, maybe quality, but I say system quality is one part of quality, individual quality is another part of quality, and product quality is one more part of quality, and there could be some bonus added to this. So we have to understand is systems quality, individual quality, element quality in a different way. Systems, we know systems are existing, of course with certain names, but those are also given by human being to itself, themselves. Whatever we used to do, we have just pulled all information into one body of contents, and that body of contents you can say is given name a quality system. It's nothing new. It used to happen, and the prone work has been brought into systems, and it's all systems say you have to improve, you have to comply with what you decided for. And nothing new came into that, nothing was inducted into it. That stuff could be considered very spatial, only that okay, you have to do like this because you have been doing this. For example, concrete mixing that day was also same, was mixing to only difference is batching plants are available, transit mixers are available, pumps are available, cranes are available. In those days maybe these machines were not available, but concrete was same. There was no change in mixing of concrete, there was no change in something else. Probably in those days wave batching was not done, only volume batching was done. That could be difference. But system is same. Mortar also was mixed in same way, lime mortar, cement mortar, and electrification was also done in same way, putting conduit pipes in slabs and concrete wherever it's required. Also block brick work was done same way. Because I didn't find any difference when I started working on quality system, and also in those days when there was no quality by nomenclature, but working was same. We used to stand. So of course safety system was different. There's no such safety definition. HSC definition considered today means people didn't use much of hard heads and safety shoes, and there's the missing somewhere. You did not need that time. But that's another part of this. Quality name came into being officially. It's because of system and not because of quality control. Systems were to be standardized, just like materials are standardized, products are standardized. So there was some worldwide attention, worldwide concentration towards that. This system is a harmonious one, uniformly applicable all over, just like European code apply all over Europe. And if you want to get job in Europe, you have to confirm to, you have to give evidence that yes, you're abiding by this, and you will abide by that. It means it's something that is considered uniformly applicable, and same is quality. But uniform applicable means it's understood first, means we have to limit ourselves on every product. This is our offer, this is our specification we have used for this product, and within this range this product shall work. This product would not work more than that, and if it works more than that, we can call it value addition. The reason being that so for example, there's a machine, there's equipment, it has got a function, it has to deliver certain service, and it has got 25 components with this, or 30 components with, or more. Compatibility of all these components is not same, is not equal. Some is more durable, some is less durable, but performance is required of all these parts. These are assembled together. Some part may be compatible in life, whole life, with other parts. Some may not be compatible in half life of other part. This means we can't say uniformly. For example, oil pipe of an excavator can break. You can say, oh, hydraulic pipe is broken. We can say there are complaints because it's made of different material and it can break, while there may be other parts in machine which are more stronger and they can move 10 times of this lifetime. So it means this, we have to consider the point where we say, okay, we consider this so many years life of this machine, after which either change this machine or you do it again or modify it, whatever way you can say. And that's what means within that system, which is that system of machine or equipment, you define this. Okay, this is purpose of this machine, this is life of this machine, And if you use this way, if you take these precautions, which are beyond our control, it's within your control of user, and this machine will perform that way. Also, it is warranted keeping all those considerations, all those views inside, because no manufacturer shall like to take any risk that machine is required to be replaced all the time. Therefore, they give the safe times, they cover safe. No, there's a safety cover on that time in which it won't break, and rarely in rare cases it breaks, it will be repaired. So it's, you can say, a design of quality system. Means quality system is not natural. In fact, quality system that we use, or we systemize it, we constitute it all over world, it's kept on safety cover. Nobody wants to risk quality system, though it's a standard, it's quality system, but we don't use quality 100%. And that's why I say name is quality system, but it's not 100% quality, because we are not going to use 100% its properties. Some properties are used 50%, some are used 25%, and some are just for name's sake kept in there for decoration purpose. So quality actually is not absolute. It can't be taken absolutely, because yes, for individual products maybe for some rare products we can say we use this product to full extent, like this, as you say, in our steel construction or in our machine construction. We use, or even in building construction, we use various products which can be called independently working. Like you are taking some project, there's a plant, and there are so many equipment and machines on that plant, and those machines, stay there on plant facility in process area. Of course, there are some roads, some streets, and there are some soft landscape areas, some hard landscape areas. Hard landscape areas, which we say roads work or footpath work or some other work, which do not allow dust erosion. You do not allow dust flow. If there is dust flow, there is erosion. Because machines require to protect it from impact of erosion of its surfaces, or malfunctioning can come in because of dust or because of something else, moisture content or vaporization. So what they do, wherever there is hard landscape, for example, there is walkways or some other whatever, there is no problem of such on machines because of dust or thunderstorm. But in areas where there is no hard landscape, this area where soil exists or sand exists, we have to cover it, we have to protect that storm to generate. Well, for the purpose we keep the compacted gravel in those areas, so that when there is wind, this gravel don't fly up in air, and this dust doesn't go up in air, and that is protected by gravel fill, which is compacted one. So that's why I say we have to apply our system in a different way. We want to protect this equipment, because this equipment run plant, and if this equipment stops, then plant will stop, and it will cause problems there, and that's point we have to understand very well. It's always easy to say we follow quality. Yes, we follow limited quality, we follow defined quality, we don't follow unlimited quality. Defined quality is very easy, means until we are safe we accept this, and when we say no, this is not safe, then we don't consider this a standard one. We keep every item within protection from fire. We don't want something a fire should impact, and like that we don't want something weather should impact, and we don't like something, means any or whatever agent or whatever material or whatever existing circumstances that impact our system, our product, we do not take into our quality system. We want to keep off that system. But nature is different. Nature's quality is open, they don't close it. You got my point. We are human being, we keep ourselves constrained in, okay, we take this into consideration, we don't bother about something else. But nature is open in a sense that it doesn't limit anything. If there is heavy rain, it's heavy rain. If there's thunderstorm, there's thunderstorm for maybe half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If there's 50 degrees temperature, there's 50 degrees temperature for maybe 1 hour, half an hour. It doesn't stop. God does not restrict its own agencies. And that's the point where we should be concerned. We should understand, we should try to learn from nature. And nature is our best leader, best teacher in every profession, particularly in this profession of construction, in this profession of use of complete or all naturally available materials. It is only civil engineering construction directly which use materials based on its own technology. And then that technology is also based on its product strength, product properties. And I use concrete, for example. I'm not repeating that. I can say I'm going to use concrete. I'm going to understand what's concrete first. Concrete is not material alone. It's not one material. It has got many combinations of material. There are so many individual materials which are used, though these come from same source as earth. We use it for production of concrete, and concrete was not understood immediately. It took time. So there was, for example, in concrete itself, we can say there is cement factor, there is cement ingredients, and cement is also artificial. It's not natural. Natural means though ingredients of cement are natural, but cement is a product we use because it helps in cementing other ingredients. So cement product is products, and it's not natural one, but mix of natural one, limestone, and it is limestone, and you can say silica, and many more admixtures like that. And also we use rock particles which we call coarse aggregate. That's natural one. Only difference is we crush them in various gradings, and we use combined grading. And also use sand or dust, which is also product of rock or product of nature. Similarly, we use water. So we say directly we use these properties of nature, and nature has produced them. Nature did not stop us from using them to our choice, our pleasure, our technicalities, technical knowledge. So we reached a conclusion that if these rock materials are mixed together, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate, and cemented together by this limestone plus silica product, this can be converted into another kind of solid material which we call generally concrete. Concrete means something strong, something solid, something unyielding, and that is concrete. So we get, in fact, artificial you can say, if artificial in the sense that we can call our own made. It's natural products which we convert to our own making by thinking, by contemplation, and by compatibility of each. All materials are compatible because they are compatible. Reason being, they can work together once mixed, once cemented. If we are not able to cement them, say these rock particles or find a coarse aggregate, if we are not able to cement them, there will be no meaning to call it concrete. There will be no meaning to use it, because the work God's put in such properties in limes, for example, there is silica, there are so many other so cementing properties it's got, and that's what we say. We use that material. How we use, what's purpose, that's another point of view, it's another technology. But this technology we generate based on knowledge and experience and the blessings of God. We got concrete today worldwide. I say maximum use material in every construction. Adds importance of this, that natural product. God gave us free of constraints, but we put constraint on that. Even today, we don't consider full strength of this material for our construction. Some methods consider 1/3 strength, 1/3 strength. For example, working stress method. If you go to limit state method, considers 0.66 or percent like this, 66% use, and go to some other material finds more than that. Same applies to concrete and also applies to reinforcing bars. So I say we always keep ourselves conscious. We don't use them 100% these properties, but God keeps them open. It uses them full. That's the only difference. So this quality system as actually variation of views. It's not, we can't simply say no, this can be like that. So we have to devise certain statements, certain methods, design methods, certain design considerations for that. To what extent we have to use it. No, nothing is used 100% in fact, to be very frank, except accidental cases, except fire, except damages by natural calamity. Damage is done 100%, you can say. That's another most negative use of material. If something is with damaged, it can be absolutely damaged also, or it can be partly damaged. So that's another way. But when we are going to constructive way, we want to use it. In no way we can use 100% power or strength in unison or uniformity or in harmony of combination of these materials. Of course, by use of time, this in all materials keep on you losing is a strength which we call properties of hysteresis, which is based on time, use, wear and tear is acceptable, but loss of its own, lot of its own properties, characteristics that we achieve or negatively by time, and we can say that quality is just limited one, and for every part of this quality, every ingredient of this quality, we have to use how much we have to extract use of this. It depends on certain considerations, safety factor, and you can say use of it or service, and how long we want to run this, or what should be considered durability of these products. So in fact, if you, even though it is engineering part, engineering should be perfect, but it's perfect within defined criteria, defined specification. If suppose I say no, I am going to use a steel and reinforcing bars to full strength one time, it's not going to be possible. We can't use, because if you use full strength of steel, then concrete doesn't work, and if you use full strength of concrete, so the same without the difference. All ingredients may not work. There may be various strands in that. So we have to devise something within limits and within practice in engineering industry. What we say, okay, this is our system. We call it with, say, okay, this property, this part, or a combination of this we'll use. Will not go beyond that, because beyond that it's either yield limit or collapse limit or plastic limit, what we call them in box cases. So we have to understand all these points, and that's where quality, if you start defining quality, there is no end in definition of quality. In quality itself, though we apply quality onto all products, so system is never perfect. Its use is perfect, is constant, you can say its constraints are perfect, because we define them, and we can amend them also, we can augment them or can reduce their requirements, but to some extent systems is another answer. We can say system is another part of quality that defines quality. It means it holds somewhere where it thinks that it remains safe, though it may be 60% use or 70% use or 50% use or 40% use. No answer can be given to that. Whatever use comes from combination of all ingredients in whatever product, that's what we use in product quality, call it. So that is called, just like we say this is rated speed of this machine, you have to drive this car only at this speed so that it remains safe and serviceable, and it moves on for longest period. That can be done only with rated system, and that rated system is not exactly what this material represents. So we only use part strength of these materials rather than whole strength, and that's why somewhere we call it mechanical efficiency, somewhere we call it something else, or some terminology. We do not use God blessings to full, but God doesn't care for that freely apply, freely distributes these forces, delivers these forces onto earth through whatever way. So we can say that, because even after that, even after using only part strength of these materials, we are not sure about impacts of seismic action, earthquake. We are not sure about wind, breeze, wind gust, how much it can take, though it's momentarily, and also what about fire and all that. And we're not sure about foundation, soil behavior, It's like this, we can say quality is restrained in one way or other way, and that's part of system. But another part comes in when we say product quality. We know it's not even 50%. We used to be very frank. We don't use even 50% on an average. So we don't get benefit of quality system thoroughly. We don't get benefit of products. But when time comes, we talk of individuality. That is very much different because every individual is different. There is no you can say equivalence in two or three individuals. Yes, there may be equal strength or equal measurement of their energies or their performance, but equivalence is different and real is another one. So individual development, individual advancement, individual's professional performance is very important from quality point of view. Okay, we have gone through products, we worried about that, but is human not a product of God? Is human not a product of nature? Human is product of nature, and it has to serve only for its deployment on this planet. And individual has very strong base because it is natural product. It is not possible to generate individual without nature, without forces of nature, and without what we consider requirements for generation of individuals. And every individual, irrespective of age, has different power of thinking. That's what I think. Individual, sometime you will find a child who is very serious in understanding, serious in education, serious in all parts of life, serious in patience and serious in studies. And there can be other one who is all opposite to that. Both are individuals, both are product of gods, but their thinking life, their looking at life is all different. That's where we have to consider these points very clearly, that individuality dominates everything, and we can say individuality quality is immense. There may be very small factor of character, factor of quality in some individual, whereas other one is very strong, very powerful. Characters one gets of quality system, and quality system is life system. How do you lead your life? Quality system is very much to be understood here. What do you understand by quality is part of individual? I think quality is whole part of individual. It's like you are parent, but not parent, but you have to adopt them, you have to use them. And that's what I say means individual building up, individual build up is most important. If we build up individual, every individual is honest and credible, individual is worth, and we may say that this individual is ideal or role model we may call, but which role and which quality? If we can change persons from bad quality to good quality conduct, well, I think that's also another kind of quality system. Everybody is brilliant, everybody is intelligent, everybody has energy, but how to streamline those is important. Quality system means streamlining of performance. You can say we expect this performance from this individual in this position, and that individual has to work on that and reach that level of definition, and we can go beyond that as well. So if individual is characterized as quality person, there is punctuality, there is regularity, there is honesty, there is sincerity in that individual, and that individual is not behind only money, but behind service, behind performance, behind using mind adequately for development of world. And that is definition of, we can say, that is definition of an individual, which can be called other than product. Means that individual is quality individual. I can say that can be used for development of science, development of technology, development of products, and development of quality itself. So I can say quality of an individual is of paramount importance and must be considered in on the first priority rather than systems quality, because ultimately it's individual only that would work on making system or amending some system or operating some system. All work cannot be done without individuals. Even there's machine control, but we should not forget machine is also produced by factories and by individuals involvement. For they may be programmed, all are software operated, but software is also done by human. So ultimately individual quality is very important, and if we are able to you can say design individual quality, or you fulfill all these requirements into individuals, where individuals adapts to that, and that's another kind of system we can say, not material quality system but human quality system. A human quality is very much defined everywhere. It depends on what nation you are in, what society you are in, but concept is same. Human is considered human because human should be polite, gentle, intelligent, patient, and not always run behind wealth, though that's also a requirement. But here we are talking of individual build up, capacity building of individual. We call it capacity building, or we can say development or professional development or social development of an individual. That individual is very much important for me, for you, because I am also an individual and you too. And when we can understand what we have to do as an individual, that's very important part of quality. We lead quality, we lead systems, we make systems. But individual gives a difference. If I start making a system for some objective and you two start another way, means if we work together or we work separately, while working separately means we'll find different types of approach by all individuals, independent individuals. They do, of course, thinking is same, objective is same, but systems will be different. And if you join together to work on that, then all thinkings from each one shall be considered, and resulting product, resulting system would be extraordinary, outstandingly performing. And that's where I'm concerned with. If you want to develop system, you must have reliable individuals that think of better world. They use their mind for technologies or for technical products or technical procedures, and then it's a part of research as well. The individual should be proficient. It's not only research but also requirement, because if we have good individual who understand quality and who can understand themselves and who understand that what they are meant for, it's not only that you're meant for money earning is another part, but what actually you are meant is your wealth is your contribution to development, to whole world, and to do in a way that you look professional, your work result that we delivered looks very much professional, or you can say advancement. So if individual is developed, I think you will not call quality as we think now, though every individual nowadays is educated. Some are technician level, some are industrialist level, and some are entrepreneurs level, and some are educational level, some are virtually practice level. Every individual exists, but in fact they all are behind grabbing wealth, not grabbing nature. Grabbing nature and grabbing wealth are different. Means in nature we can't control it, we can't store it, but it helps all times. Even there is rain, we want to protect ourselves from rain, though there's no harm in rain. But see, because you have good clothes, pressed one, iron one, you have some money in your pocket, you don't want to spoil that. That's why you want to take safety, shelter. Same way, we take every shelter because we expect that when we enter our home, our room, we should be taken care of by by whosoever is a responsible mother or sister or brother, father or in-laws, whatever are there. So we are saying that, I'm saying is individual quality we have to think a lot about. It's not what I can say, I know you come here every day and what you are doing. We will ask the person after some time, or immediately we feel shy, don't ask. But ultimately find the person is also hollow vessel. Hollow vessels sound a lot but can't do anything. That's my point of concern here. So I take this time for individual build up, because systems exist, and product is not very important to be considered, because products are either natural products or these are artificial one. And when products are natural, you can't do anything, and then products is hard liner, front line worker, this shall always, this quality system shall always be improved, because leading point is quality room everywhere. Quality room doesn't mean formal quality room, but a time when we can understand, yes, we have to do this. So when I say individual, means individual should learn every part of profession and then apply that field, and not to think that I am certified and I am master of this and master of that. No one is master, no one is doctor. It's your representation only. You can certify that I am educated to this level, and another person says I am educated to this level. But both are indifferent. Both are indifferent persons. So when I talk of quality, I talk of individuality. Maybe my individuality you don't like, but it's not liking or preference. It's my contribution to your knowledge and my contribution from your knowledge. This is 133 degrees Celsius. You can say it's something heat, there should be some heat volume we can digest in. Even if temperature is 50 degrees, we have to work, and that's called individual quality. We cannot run away from work if work is ongoing, or under certain controls conditions, if work is going on. We have to keep ourselves also safe. So individual quality means first keep yourself good working, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself safe, then you can contribute to other combined parts, and that's also a very important point. So individual quality is actually quality. Individual quality is quality in fact, because it is individual who constructs machines, who works in field, who works everywhere, and that individuality is character of that individual, that is quality of that individual. And because individual has not to use any material for building its quality, so mind of that individual keeps on focusing very rapidly on every issue, and that individual can lead your system once it is framed. And that individual knows more than what you delivered, yet availability of water in your water tank is important, not something else. Same way, ability of your own tank, think tank, or think tank, or doing tank, or contemplation tank is more and more distant, but not that it can't be achieved. So we have to achieve that, and we put in every direction all efforts to achieve that. There are certain people who are not serious, and those cannot be called safe and serviceable people. Nobody can trust them. Trust first come in, and once trust come in, then you can say, okay, I have measured myself. I am having that much standard of living. It may be low, it may be fast, it may be very difficult also, but there is no way. When there is no way, no person, then you have to take chance and give to others same service. So I say knowledge of product is one part. Products are these which are beyond your control, but your own work is your control. When you work as an individual, you work to best. Of course, when you practice it once again, you know what you have to do. But even then, on top of that, you can do if time permits and such circumstances are normal or abnormal both. Your system can be tried up there. So what I say, my purpose is not to just explain to you individual quality, but also performance quality by an individual, which based on design, based on construction. When designer sends some details, designer expects you have to follow this. But designer must also understand what are required criteria, for this. That's point we have to understand thoroughly. And once we understand this whole, understanding of design or generation of design, what I have to do. And once I understand design, I understand my combination of all those materials, all those goods, elemental parts of that structure. We only can say that we can understand something. That's called design. And based on design, you can produce contemplation and you can think on them again and again. Nobody is perfect in this world. You have to just achieve perfect level. There is one line, there's another line in vertical space that you can say, oh, this is my horizontal line, this x-axis, positive and negative, and this is my y-axis, and I have to achieve this. I have to keep my calculation within this limits, and if I can do that, that's fine. Means, if you think that we can move that way, that's okay, fine, move. There's nothing wrong with that. And when we say, okay, we have got design, we have got quality system with us, and I have to apply this system on production. If I say as an individual, in that case, first I have to understand system. I have to understand what system says, how it operates, and what's my role as an individual to apply this in air, and I do that. Both are at risk. Otherwise it is because it doesn't mean for clothes. He wants to help someone to wear these clothes. That's okay, fine, that's one part. Other part comes in some of the body institution where it's 30th day of your someone's death and we have to live in that. We can't say, okay, we are leaving room, we go, you take care of yourself, you don't bother. It doesn't work. You have to design, you have to move in, you have to, because you are educated one, qualified one, you have to prove that you are there. We do designs, we do construction, every day we do. And there are plenty of requirements in design and construction materials. If I sell something, I charge something. If you sell something, you charge something. Do you ever think person who buys something from you or from me, to what extent that person is happy? No such individual who buys something from one shop thinks that it shall continue forever. It's not permitted. Same thing when I say this is my design and this is my construction. I put limits on this because of these problems. We have to be very serious in this case of construction, because world of design, world of design, power of design shall equip us achieve those if we sincerely lived that. Nothing is impossible, it's true, but possibility does not mean do whatever you want to do without definition, without consulting the experts. So that's what construction can be done by design. Design can be converted to construction, and all based on method statements. You know that every system requires cost. A system of courses or some system, cost always spent on that. If somebody calls at this time, I trust that person, I can't trust that person. Who's yours? So we have to be our own. If you question who's yours, no one is mine. I am to everyone. Though it's easy to state like that, but it's not practically possible all the time. Not possible all the time. We have given ourselves cost factor, risks factor, reliability factor, and we say time factor, human resources factor, procurement factor, coordination factor, all supporting factors we have. We have to keep our cost minimum, that's a must. If you increase cost, of course, property of machine will increase. That's where we stand for. We want to achieve our own defined reliability. Our own defined reliability is not natural reliability, because it says that it should be safe. Whatever work we do, whatever equipment we use, and whatever supply chain gives you, all should be safe. All must be safe. And every work that is capable for time is also called serviceable. Safe, serviceability, and durability. We have to be reliable, our product has to be reliable, our services to be reliable. That's best profession. And we have to chart out ourselves what's best I can deliver in same cost as it was before. Analysis, analysis and synthesis, actually all we are talking is analysis. Though result is different we are talking, but analysis plays an important role in that system. Analysis, they do relevance of behavior. We have to understand what we are talking of. We have to understand what laws exist in nature. We have to think and contemplate and to do everything. That's what engineering is all about, engineering and quality. And we have also to think further on this issue so that we may move further and further and further. We talked about many methods of importance, structural methods and finishing methods, and like that we talked. I don't have video for demonstration, but you are educated, you can read it, you can understand it. Everything cannot be defined by demonstration. And yes, we can conduct demonstration, but I think my talk is very common, very open. It has no representations and presentations. It's very much open talk. That open talk we should respect. So, as I said, we moved on this file and we studied many chapters here. I'm calling chapters, but these are methods and sketches that were talked of. You can see which methods we talked of till last time. And these were there. Central scope in building and us. What actually you want to say? When we streamline our system, our methods, that is based on our experience, our past works, successful works, and we take those into considerations. There is no one method for something. There are many methods can be used. Only one method is not enough. We can try different methods for different applications. And we can see which one is best, which is more easy, which is more understandable, because those line leads, line workers, physics and chemistry. We have to decide ourselves. All this I am showing to you is not one day's job. It's all long journey. I travel on that planet. Now, when we move further and further on these methods, we will find different types of works that have been carried out. We had gone through all these lines with safety and reliability. These are very small items, but important items. Let's now go to a very different epoxy flooring we had gone through. So we may say, what is that product actually? Let me see. Vinyl covering. Okay, vinyl covering is, and before that is epoxy flooring. Alright, vinyl wall covering. Vinyl wall covering. You know, vinyl means it's, vinyl wall covering buildings. What is purpose of this statement? It's also true that we are sometimes not serious about profession. We keep our self-life higher than profession. But we forget that it's only profession in which you are working. We say that how to fix vinyl floor. Fabric backed vinyl wall covering. It's like drywall, over drywall. You have to use this vinyl based material. So we can say, well, that what we need, reference documents and materials and responsibility all the same. You have to apply safety measures, the wall covering, all same, difference, and fabric backed vinyl wall covering, whatever it is. I'm just giving this which we used method. Surface shall be made dry. Surface shall be made dry, firm, smooth and free from grease. A vertical line shall be marked at 200 mm from corner to apply first drop higher material roll. Plenty of adhesive shall be coated on wall portion for first piece of material using a lamb's roll roller or a block brush. Pieces shall be cut and numbered using a graphite pencil. Strips shall be fixed in reverse alternate. Material piece shall be cut to a length equal to wall height. Material piece shall be cut to a length equal to wall height plus 40 mm, 20 mm extra at ceiling and 20 mm extra at skirting. Edge of first piece shall be located. Edge of first piece shall be located against vertical line. Sorry. Edge of first piece shall be located against vertical line, making sure that there is a small selvage at top and bottom for subsequent trimming. Smoothing shall be carried out using a spatula along length of material. Second length shall be placed against adhesive tape, smoothened out with a spatula and if necessary rolled over. Uppermost length shall fall off by itself, while lower length shall be removed. A thin coat of adhesive shall be applied to wall before joint is closed. A rubber roller shall be moved over material to make sure that no bubble emerges. A small vertical cut shall be made in overlap near ceilings using a Stanley knife. Joint shall be closed and sealed smooth with spatula. Before hanging second piece, marker pin shall be placed at about 4 cm from edge of first piece. Overlap shall be cut with a suitable cutting knife. Cleavage shall be removed from sealing and plain with Stanley knife. Knife shall be kept in cut and spatula moved. Civil contractor inspection to be conducted. Plastic jar. In this case, what we used is rubber roller, Stanley knife, spatula, marker pins. Now we go to dry lining building, dry wall lining. Dry wall lining. The only aim is to define procedure to be adopted to install drywall linings in buildings. We have specification that is gypsum wall board systems and also other documents. Then we may have some clarifications and also responsibilities. General safety, then access to area safeties. We say access to area relevant to drywall lining, erection installation be restricted to only involved personnel and restrict to all other personnel after work has been completed. Supervision of safety supervision. A competent inspector visits. A competent inspector shall visit included area every day to assess safety measures adopted intact or not, whether intact or not. Snag observed during visit be notified to supervisor present, who immediately would have to bring adopted safety measures to an acceptable standard. Now, this is a complete package of material. So it's a list. This is approval number. That's a letter. Then it has galvanized studs. It has galvanized studs, runners and furrings. That is metal framing system. It is metal framing. That is studs, of course GI, runners and furrings. Then wall lining and wall partitions. In framing, we can say name of company is given, anything, it can be whatever. External wall lining, studs, runners, galvanized steel, and then studs, depth 63 mm, thickness 1 mm, runner depth 65 mm, thickness 0.7 mm metal. Internal wall lining, furring, channels, galvanized steel. So there is material width is 50 mm and thickness is 0.7 mm. Depth is 22 mm. Metal framing for drywall partitions. Studs and runners, galvanized steel. Stud width 92 mm. Thickness 1 mm. Runner width 94 mm. And thickness is 0.7 mm. So in this list we are generally all lining framing, its walling, everything is defined clearly what we have approvals for. Now, we might have submitted some material for approval, and that's for gypsum wall board system. We approved regular wall board, that's 12.5 mm thick. This 1.2 into 2.4 meters panel, approximately plywood size, tapered edges, moisture resistant board, 15 mm thick, tapered edges. Now another one, acoustic fiberglass or demountable partitions. Acoustical glass wool insulation material, 60 mm thick for internal partitions and 50 mm thick for external walls. Fiberglass, and we have some applicator for this. Demountable panels shall be fixed to flooring top of tiles. Demountable, while others to scraped floors and ceilings shall be constructed as specified. Floor for leveling purpose, chalk line shall be marked to be used as datum. Floor and ceiling tracks shall be fixed by short firing nails per details. Vertical studs shall be placed every 600 mm center wherever possible. Bracing be fixed between studs and walls. Bracing be fixed between studs and walls at all board joints for rigidity and strength requirement. Gypsum boards be fixed using drywalls, screws at 300 mm center in middle and 200 mm center at edges of board. For internal partitions, where insulation is to be provided, shall be installed after one board is fixed. Civil inspection. Other boards shall be fixed after approval of installation. On external walls, where insulation is to be provided, shall be installed prior to gypsum board is fixed. Tapered surface at board joints. Tapered surface at board joints shall be pasted from lower to higher level vertically with fiber tape to act as a support for joint compound to be filled in. Joint compound shall be filled in to a suitable and acceptable profile. Hole ends post due to fasteners shall also be filled with compounds. All external corners shall have stainless steel corner beading fitted. Gypsum board shall be sanded to a smoothen surface to receive sequential finishing items. Civil contractor inspections shall be conducted. And we have drills here, and method is from red. You can see that. So drywall lining this is. Now rubber flooring. This is procedure to be adopted to install rubber flooring in substation buildings. We have main substation, utility substation, building substations, other substations, and material upon request. Safety is same. Access to area relevant to rubber floor laying shall be restricted to only involved personnel and remain restricted to all other personnel after work has been completed. Safety supervision is same. Inspect area and notify problems or snags to those supervisors present on site, and they will make it. Snags observed during visit shall be notified to the present, who immediately would act to bring adopted safety measures to an acceptable standard. We have food material, that is say here Normand, not necessary, just for this purpose it was a sample to you. Normal 926, manufactured by Nora, Fredenberg, Germany. Color is this. Manufacturer recommend adhesives from whatever company. 2-component polyurethane adhesive. 2-component polyurethane adhesive for fixing 600 thick cone black rubber tiles. And neoprene adhesive for fixing cones and angles. Specialist applicators. Rubber flooring installation work shall be carried out by an applicator approved and certified by authorized agent. For installation, this is a sketch of substation, so don't worry about that, just the floor plan. For installation, subfloor shall be even, clean, dry and firm to correct levels with no signs of major unevenness and all areas free of developing cracks. Surface shall be free from oil, wax, paint, residues, with having minimum porosity and roughness. Smaller unevenness of some shall be made up by adhesive itself. Concrete surfaces should be more than 28 days old. Contract inspection be conducted to approve surfaces that is suitable for rubber flooring. Primer shall be applied in 1 or 2 coats depending on surface porosity. Surface porosity. Within 24 hours of priming, while surface is still tacky, floor covering operation shall proceed. In case prime surface as cured, so it shall be roughened to provide a satisfactory bond with adhesive. A rubber tile floor shall be installed fully in accordance with instruction on data sheet or installation method statement provided by manufacturer. Inspections conducted and equipment are adhesive spreader, hook blade, smoothing, spatula, wax, etc. Serrated plate 21, 50 kg metal roller, then suspended ceiling, all buildings. Suspended ceilings, all buildings. This statement is meant for procedure to be adopted to install suspenders in all buildings. The acoustical ceiling we're talking of general safety. In addition, specifically to this statement, in case of incident where utilities not identified are discovered or damaged, all work shall stop in area and operator, shift controller and HSE department immediately notified. Supervision is same. Every day a competent inspector visit and assess all safety measures which have been adopted, and if whatever snag is observed, notified to those who are present. Acoustic metal ceiling. Material is caustic metal ceiling. Fully accessible suspended model grid type. Fully accessible suspended modular grid type. Perforated metal ceiling. Perforated metal ceiling panels with concealed insulation pads. Telecom room, administration, whatever area it's required, not in all areas. Color is according to all, whatever is given for fireproof material range. Then is SAS ceiling system, whatever reference, whatever manufacturer is, whoever. Mineral fiber ceiling, this was acoustical, now mineral fiber ceiling. Mineral fiber ceiling lays suspended ceiling, plan dome plus. Prima manufactured, whatever this. Then humidity resistant tile suspended ceiling. Humidity resistant tile suspended ceiling, and whatever is Armstrong or whoever. Then plastic face ceiling, real bio strong, and then you can say metal panel suspended ceilings, Raleigh and system is that. Then aluminum strip ceiling, and of course and satin anodized strip ceiling, and insulation pads for metal acoustical ceiling. So there are so many items here in this case, that we have to deal with. You can see them. This is a complicated looks because we are taking all materials here. So you can also move in to see what we are going to talk in this case. Alright, I'll be back in 10-15 minutes. gentlemen, a little late. I'm still a little late. So what to do? I can't help it. Yes. So we are going to define this in a different way. Yes, let us say acoustical metal ceiling, then mineral fiber, humidity resistant tile suspended ceiling, plastic faced metal panel suspended ceiling, plastic faced ceiling, then humidity resistant, and also aluminum strip, satin anodized strip, insulation pads, rock wool fill material with non-combustible black glass tissue. Now let us say how to do it. Installation of lay-in suspended ceiling tile 600 by 600 mm. This is one. Installation of lay-in suspended ceiling tile 600 by 600 mm. Acoustic tiles 600 by 600 mm and aluminum tile 600 by 600 mm on exposed suspension. Chalk line be marked around periphery to form a datum to be used for leveling purpose. Okay. Suspension hangers shall be shot fired to slabs of it using Hilti equipment. All it shall be done much before. Suspended hanger shall be shot fired to slabs of it using equipment, shot firing equipment. Generally, common name is Hilti, not necessary, but common name is Hilti. Wall angles shall be fixed to correct labels using steel nails. Main channels shall be fixed. Main channels shall be fixed at 1200 mm center. Main channels shall be fixed at 1200 mm center to details shown on shop drawing. Cross tees 1200 mm shall be fixed perpendicular to main channels. That's cross tee. So main channels and then cross tees. So main channels fixed at 1200 mm center and then cross tees 1200 mm center shall be fixed perpendicular to main channels at 600 mm center to form cells of grid 600 into 1200 mm. So cells of grid 600 mm into 1200 mm. Cross tees 600 mm shall further be fixed at centers of 1200 1200 mm cross tees. Cross tees 600 mm shall further be fixed at center of 1200 mm cross tees to form cells in final grid 600 into 600 mm. Full tiles be installed in 600 mm cells and cut tiles to suit site requirements as agreed. Openings for AC diffusers, spotlights, smoke detectors, fire alarm, all shall be provided to requirement. This is openings for AC diffusers, spotlights, smoke detectors, fire alarms, etc. all shall be provided to requirement. Inspection be conducted throughout. Ceiling shall not be fully closed until QC confirms that all pre-sequence electrical and HVAC installations have been completed. Now this was general. Installation of aluminum clip-in tiles. Now, lines shall be marked around periphery to form a datum to use for leveling purpose. Aluminum clipping tiles. Suspension hangers. Suspension hangers shall be short fired to slab soffit at 1000 mm or 1 meter center center using healthy equipment. Wall edge trims shall be fixed to correct levels using steel nails. Main channels be fixed at 1200 mm center center by holding clamps to details shown on shop drawings. Spring tees shall be secured every 600 mm by wire clips perpendicular to main channels. Tiles 600 by 600 mm shall be inserted into spring tees, openings for AC diffusers, spotlights, smoke detectors, fire alarm sectors shall be provided, all to requirement. Civil inspection shall be done. Ceiling shall not be fully closed until QC confirms that all pre-sequence electrical and HVAC installations have been completed. We require short firing guns for this. And then concrete floor screeds repair. Now, concrete floor screed statement outlines procedure, repair procedures to be followed for repair and reinstatement of defective floor screeds so as to provide a durable and serviceable leveling layer for floor covering to be placed above on it. Repair procedure for repair and reinstatement of defective floor screeds so as to provide durable and serviceable leveling layer for floor covering to be placed above on it. Responsibilities and definitions are same, safety has no difference here. Only is that, let's say, in addition to specifically we have to monitor relevant activities, safety officers will monitor relevant activities, advising and implementing all safety procedures, respecting all very significant activities involving major quantities, all risks analysis posed by personnel or by equipment shall be conducted and work safety planned accordingly, keeping it intact. Area to be worked shall be closed for general movement except those involved with working there and be opened only when work has properly been completed. Safety supervision, a competent inspector shall visit included area or involved area daily to assess safety measures adopted, whether suitable or not suitable or amendment required. Snag observed during visit shall be notified to supervisor present who immediately would act to bring adopted safety measures to an acceptable standard. All inspection and repair work related to concrete floor screed shall be carried out under sole direction of a dedicated site engineer who should have full authority and responsibility for ensuring that works are effected in accordance complying with this method statement. Procedure. Repair activities shall be restricted to limited number of rooms at one time, while access to rooms restricted during repair. Before commencing repair activity, including preparation, site engineer shall ensure that previously completed works are suitably protected from damage and dust using a combination of polythene sheeting and ply boarding as appropriate. Before commencing repairs in a room, site engineer shall agree scope of repairs to be undertaken with site quality manager or leader for agreed repair marked on floor. Scope shall be recorded on a sketch which should identify type of repair to be used and approximate area involved with repair. Repair shall be selected from following working criteria: repair type A, type B, type C, type D. Let us see what are these. Type A, removal and reinstatement with cement screed. Removal and reinstatement with cement screed. This repair should be adopted where existing screed has completely debonded and cracked, leaving loose isolated section of screed. Say removal and reinstatement with cement screed, which is where existing screed has completely been debonded and cracked, leaving loose isolated section of screed. Repair with epoxy mortar. This repair should be adopted where developed significant isolated cracks in screed. It's not intended to repair minor hairline cracks by this method for construction joints between adjacent panels of screed unless those have become otherwise damaged. Then repair with resin injection. This repair should be adopted where the screed appears to be debonded, cracked or lifting but is otherwise intact. This may be carried out in conjunction with repair type B above. Not necessary to use resin injection on hollow sounding areas where is seen observed no other sign of failure. Surface epoxy coating shall be applied a final protective coating to all repaired areas. Shall be used for sealing unrepaired hairline cracking. Shall also ensure an overall uniform appearance of repaired areas. Surface epoxy coating applied as a final protective coating to all repaired areas. Used for sealing unrepaired hairline cracking shall also ensure an overall uniform appearance of repaired areas. Now repair shall be carried out as follows. Type A, removal and reinstatement with cement screed. Affected areas shall be socket. Affected area shall be socket to full depth of screed to be removed and affected section removed carefully so as to cause minimum disruption to adjacent areas. Removed area shall be fully cleaned of all dust and debris and all loose material removed. Cleared area shall be thoroughly soaked, not just dampened, for at least 1 hour before reinstatement repairs. Immediately before placing Immediately before placing replacement screed, remove all surplus water and substrate should still be wet, and apply one coat of nitro-bond or PV bonding agent to all surfaces, horizontal and vertical. Place compact replacement screed material. Place compact replacement screed material, trowel, and immediately cover with polythene sheeting placed flat against our surface. Remove polythene sheet after 4 hours and replace with wet Hessian to be recovered with polythene sheeting. Ensure that further water is added to Hessian. Ensure that further water is added to Hessian at least twice daily for a minimum of 3 days. Hessian to be kept damp whole time until curing activity is completed. Ensure that nobody walks on repair for minimum 3 days. If unavoidable, lay ply sheet over repair, ensuring it remains in place. Type B, repair with epoxy mortar. Using a hammer and chisel, carefully chase a V-notch along length of crack and along edge of all loosened area. This should typically be 5 mm from edge of crack and 5 mm deep. Physically remove all loose material and clean. Physically remove all loose material and clean using a wire brush with a similar other device. Remove all dust and debris using a brush and a vacuum cleaner. Mix repair material whatever is approved in accordance with manufacturer's recommendation and firmly press repair mortar into place using a steel trowel. Finish material flush with surrounding concrete. It may be necessary to apply a second leveling coat if material settles. Ensure that repair area is not walked on for 24 hours by protection. Repair type C, repair with resin injection. Drill 3 10 mm holes. Drill 3 10 mm holes in area to be repaired to depth of approximately 35 mm, representing interface between two screed layers. This can be determined by change in sound of drill. Versus drill 3 10 mm holes in area to be repaired to a depth of approximately 35 mm, representing interface between two screed layers. This can be determined by change in sound of drill. Fix an injection nipple. Fix an injection nipple to drilled hole using an epoxy mortar. Fix an injection nipple to drilled hole using an epoxy mortar Seal it using a towel and allow setting for 8 hours. Mix repair resin in accordance with manufacturer's recommendations and insert into injection gun. Mix repair resin in accordance with manufacturer's recommendation and insert into injection gun. Commence filling central nipple. Commence filling central nipple and continue until resin is observed at outer nipples. If necessary, continue filling outer nipples. Note that material usage rate should be approximately 1 liter per 1 meter square. 1 liter per 1 meter square. Do not attempt to place more than this or floor could lift further. Leave for 6 hours. Then remove nipples and fixing mortar. Make surface good using epoxy mortar. Type D. Surface epoxy coating. Ensure all repairs have been completed and allowed to cure. 24 hours for epoxy repair, 5 days for cement screed repair. Ensure all repairs have been completed and allowed to cure. 24 hours for epoxy repair, 5 days. 24 hours for epoxy repair, 5 days for cement screed repair. So epoxy repair is 24 hours and up to 5 days for cement screed repairs, minimum 5 days. Brush surface thoroughly. Brush surface thoroughly to remove all dust and debris, ensuring that surface is not wet or damp. Mix material in accordance with manufacturer's instructions. Firstly, apply a strip coat to certain untreated minor cracks, taking care to work paint into cracks. Starting at further corner, apply a single coat. Starting at further corner, apply a single coat to entire surface using a brush or roller, ensuring that material fully coats surface but without pounding. Ensure that surface is not walked on for 24 hours. So we repeat this one because this is common. Says ensure all repairs have been completed and allowed to cure. 24 hours for epoxy repair, 5 days for cement repair. Brush surface thoroughly to remove all dust and debris, ensuring surface is not wet or damp. Mix material in accordance with manufacturer's instructions. Firstly, apply a strip coat. To certain untreated minor cracks, taking care to work paint into care. Starting at further corner, apply a single coat to entire surface using a brush or roller, ensuring that material fully coats surface but without pounding. Ensure that surface is not worked for 24 hours. The details of all repairs will be recorded on screed repair sheet. We have checklist and all that. So this was very important one. Vinyl flooring buildings. Vinyl flooring. I think it may be same, right? to it. Yeah, flooring, you see, to do with that. We have to understand this, what we do. This point, I can see that point is very important, and we must take it like that. We must care for this. I think it taken from 5.3, 1879. Okay. Now I want to do something else actually, not this one. Then we may say hold on please, just a minute. Just a minute please. Just was 17. I can say how much you got there. Please, just a minute, just a minute. Just a second, please. Let me finish something here. Three one 6903. 316903. Interesting. This is .62. 31603. This is 2031. Okay. Sorry, gentlemen, I just took some time. Okay, now vinyl floor buildings. Vinyl floor buildings. We consider this. Scope is same. Statement is aimed to propose procedure to be adopted to lay vinyl tiles, floor finish on cement, sand, screed in buildings. And I see safety officers shall monitor relevant activities and respecting all very significant activities involving major quantities, all risks analysis posed by the personnel or by equipment shall be conducted and work safely planned accordingly, keeping it intact. Area to be finished shall be closed for general movement, except those involved working there, and be opened only when flooring has properly been completed and hardboard cover duly protected and due to POs. So area to be finished shall be closed for general movement except those involved with working there, and be opened only when flooring has properly been completed with hardboard cover duly protected and due to be used. Same Inspection shall be done by safety people, safety inspector, and whatever snacks observed shall be notified to supervisor present. We need vinyl tiles, we need adhesive, and it's given only for purpose of information and multi-purpose. Acrylic is multi-purpose acrylic, is a lay-bound, multi-bond cold, and method shall be bromed surface to be flowed. To vinyl shall be broom applied, followed by vacuum cleaning. Subfloor shall be made dry and free from contaminants, hardening compound, dust, and other deleterious matter immediately prior to floor installation. Clear that dry should be dry and free, no contaminants, hardening compound, dust, and other materials immediately removed, and it should be completely free, clear everything. Adhesive shall be spread evenly over surface with triangular notched trowel 1.5 mm deep, cut at 5 mm center with a sweeping motion at about 60-degree angle to horizontal and allowed to reach a tacky consistency. Vinyl covering shall be placed into position and rolled using 68 kg roller to ensure overall contact. Civil contractor inspection shall be conducted for approval. So I repeat, this is an important one. Surface shall be broom applied. Surface shall be broom applied, followed by vacuum cleaning. Subfloor shall be made dry and free from contaminants, hardening compound, dust, and other deleterious matter immediately prior to floor installation. Adhesive shall be spread evenly over surface with a triangular notched trowel 1.5 mm deep, cut at 5 mm center with a sweeping motion at about 60-degree angle to horizontal and allowed to reach a tacky consistency. Vinyl cover shall be placed into position and rolled using 68 kg roller to ensure overall contact. Inspection shall be conducted. We need roller 68 kg nose trowel, then ceramic tiles flooring system. This statement is aimed to propose procedures to be adopted to construct ceramic tiles floor system, which involves laying of bedding screed as well as finishing layer with grouting joints including movement joints. We have drawings, we have specifications, and we have general construction practice and uniform building code UBC. Safety, just a minute. Okay, sorry. Now, safety officers shall monitor relevant activities, advising any and implementing all safety procedures, respecting all very significant activities involving major quantities, all risks analysis posed by personnel or by equipment shall be conducted, and work safety planned according keep intact. Area to be tiled shall be closed for general movement except those involved with working thereat, and be opened only when tiling has properly been completed with hardboard cover protection spread on newly laid flooring. And safety means snacks shall be observed by inspector and notified to supervisor on duty, who immediately act to bring adopted safety measures to an acceptable standard. We require ceramic tiles for flooring or ceramic floor tiles, 300 to 300 into 10 mm. And we need for general area, whatever is approved, cementitious adhesive, nitro tile, joint filling grout, approved proprietary material with matching shade. Laying cement floor tiles by semi-dry method, let us say. Cement tiles by semi-dry methods. Area of concrete substrata to be tiled, be brush cleaned and dampened until absorption ceases, followed by finished floor level establishment by means of dots and tools. So what we have to do? We have to clean this area by brush and dampen it by water until absorption ceases, followed by working on putting dots and rules so that our profile for tiling is available. Inspection to be done, that's every case, is quality inspection. Total thickness of ceramic tiles flooring is 100 mm total thickness, which means 90 mm bedding, that's mortar, screed, which is 1 part cement to 4 parts mortar sand, to be mixed by weight, and 10 mm thick ceramic tiles applied as given below, as required, described below. Mortar for bedding tiles be 1 part cement, 4 parts sand by weight, mixed semi-dry by mechanical mixer with only sufficient water added to give a crumbly consistency, which retains its shape when squeezed by hand, permitting no fluidity. Mix shall be placed to a thickness approximately 10 mm greater than that actually required. For bed, thoroughly compacted by tamping and drawing off to required level with a screed board and given a smooth trowel finish. Inspection shall be conducted to ascertain proper compaction and levels. Surface of a screed shall be cleaned by brush. Surface of screed shall be cleaned by brush prior to application of adhesive. Adhesive shall be mixed with water using a slow speed drill. Adhesive shall be mixed with water using a slow speed drill to water adhesive ratio conforming for manufacturer's data sheet. Adhesive nitrile GP mix shall be applied, which was approved one. So whatever approval you have, adhesive that approved mix shall be applied in uniform thickness of 2 to 3 mm over surface of cement, sand, screed, bedding, and then combed horizontally. Adhesive approved one shall be applied in uniform thickness being 2 or 3 mm over surface of cement, sand, screed, bedding, and then combed horizontally. Tiles shall then be laid on adhesive layer with a twisting motion, ensuring good contact between tile and adhesive bed. For this purpose, adhesive manufacturer's instruction shall be adhered to. Tile shall be correctly positioned in both directions at time. These are placed forming joints using a proprietary tile spacer, which is 1.5 mm for wall tiles and 3 mm for floor tiles. Tiles shall be correctly positioned in both directions. At time, these are placed forming joints using a proprietary tile spacer, 1.5 mm for wall tiles and 3 mm for floor tiles, 1.5 mm for wall tiles. Tiles shall neatly and accurately be cut to a close fit where necessary at abutments, around outlets, pipes and like. Inspections to be conducted for correct formation of joint, alignment and level profile. Tiles shall be laid level or to 1% falls in wet areas as may be required. Localized variations in level for a nominally flat floor shall be a maximum of plus minus 2 mm under a 3 meter straight edge. This plus minus 2 mm under 3 meter straight edge, that is localized variations. Particular care shall be taken in wet areas to prevent low spots that may promote water pooling. Tolerance in overall level shall not be more than 10 mm from required finishes. Excessive adhesive shall be removed with a damp cloth before material has set. Grouting of joints shall be carried out after a period of 24 hours of completion of laying tiles. क्या करें? Should we not get? Should we? Unless otherwise indicated in documents, a 10 mm moment joint shall be formed at perimeter of all tide floors and where tiling meets structural features such as columns, machine bases. Where a structural moment joint is provided in base, a moment joint of same width in bedded finish shall be positioned immediately above. Moment joint cavities shall extend to moment joint cavities shall extend through combined thickness of finish and bedding. Mortar completely filled in and sealed after grouting of normal joint takes place. We need mechanical mixer, wheelbarrows, mason's tools in general, slow speed drill and data sheet. 10 movement joints will formed packed volatile floors and where tiling meets structural features such as columns, base, machine bases, where structural movement joint is provided in base, a movement joint of same width embedded initial positioned immediately above. Concrete placement is a defined procedure that adopted for placing structural concrete upon brownfield project, varying type of members located all over proposed site, including heavy, light foundations, building components, and all other internal as well as external works. Just go through this and see what it is actually. We'll not discuss now, but let us see how it looks. So sketches 58, 59, 31, 55 set all meant for concrete work indicatively. Let us see which are these so that we can later on talk to this. 58, 59, let me see what is that. Just trying to bring those sketches to you. Hold on, please. So everything is important. Sometimes we have to bring it like this. See here. Yes. 58, 59, 31, 25. Oh, I see. 31, 58, 59 also. So let us see 58, 59 first. Yes, 58 is not available here. 58 is not available. 50 before 55 to 6. Where is 58? It's not available, is it? Okay, let us see other one. 31 to 55. 31, let us say 31. This is okay. Catch basin 32. Catch basin like that. This is 55. Cold form. Okay, this is right. So 54. You see, this is shutters. What is 58? Where is this? Let me see what is 58. I'm surprised. I'm not getting this 58, 59. Where is this sketch? Let me see another one. 58, 59 is not available here. Why? I don't know. It's field physical sketch. Let us see 58, 59 here. 57. 58, 59. Here it is. Let me go. It's not available here. So let's see what's the problem. Sketch where it is. I was surprised. Sorry gentlemen, let me try to find out if I can find for you, because sometimes very old work. 57, 58 method statement. Method statement mass block concrete sequence. This is different one. Mass block concrete sequence it is. So this is 58. I'll show you why. Okay, this is concrete pour in mass block, massive block, and rough concrete. So this is that one. All right. So we can say no, it's not like that. Let's try it our way. I'll show you this better. We show you by printing. I think let us show you by printing itself, so that you can understand what I'm talking of. Is tries that one. You can see this. This is that one. procedure of this 58. We can say now that we can say how it is done. I can just save it for now. I'll save it in method statement itself. Sketches. It's not chapters but sketches. It should be chapters. No, it's not in chapters. It should be in sketches. Let's go to sketches and save it better. So I'm going to save it. This one, mask block 58. So I will also save other one. That is this one. This one also I'll save here. All are important in fact. Let us do this way also. Say bigger one. I think let me do it. Let us say print it again. These are two sketches we got additionally from this. Let me close this first of all. So you can see these both sketches are appear now. Compressor foundation concrete pour. This is that system which you're talking about, and this is your plan for 50 unit of concrete pour. Like this it is. So you can say it's working now. I got your sketches, and also I'll show you sketches between 30 to 51. I think it was. Hold on. It was 31 to 55, just form work actually. Let's see how it works. To 55. Let me see. First of all, it is 31 to 50. I'll show you 31. Then we'll move further. I'll show you 31 first of all. This is one catch basin like that. You can see this is plan of the sketch basin. This is also plan, same elevations, inside elevations. I'll explain to you these later on. Just see sketches only. So it's another one. And 55, I think it's so it's 55. I'll show you 55 one first. Like like this, so many times I already like this. So what's purpose actually? I'm just trying to show you certain activities that will take in next talk. Let me close it now. Let me get this on. Shall talk later about other statements and also start facilities statements later on, followed by safety, or first safety and facility we'll see, or one after other how it works we'll see, because all are important, and method statement cannot be explained very fast because we have to keep in mind how we have to work on site. It has to be clear that it has to be made clear that it is work on site, not on software, and it takes its own time to understand, to conceive, to explain. Therefore, it's very important that we have to be patient. Method statement is something new here, though it's not new in word. But because I want to stress, everybody should plan method statement first to understand where can cause mistakes, which inspections are required, which aren't required, do not work in darkness but work in full light. That's where it's to be done. With this, I can assume whatever we say is done. And I close hereby. Thank you very much, gentlemen.